What's up, beauty bosses? So it's your girl Cameron. Today I'm going to show you guys how I do my popular service brow stain and wax. So this is a great add-on option for licensed professionals. I would only recommend this for licensed professionals because you are doing hair removal, and in most states you have to be licensed to do this part. So if you're a lash artist, again, this is another reason why you should go get licensed. But first, I'm just going to do a nice brow scrub. And I'm just going to scrub her brows down. Make sure I remove any oil, any possible dirt or anything that could be trapped into her brow hairs. I just want to start with a really clean slate. If you've ever seen like a brow tint or stain service that kind of looks blotchy or spotty, it's because the brow artist did not start with a clean slate. So that's how you do that. You just want to make sure you completely scrub the brows down, so you're starting off with a nice clean slate. Next, I'm going to go ahead and map out her brows. So for this portion, I like to use mapping string. Some people use like stencils. Some people use mapping pens. Me personally, I like the string because I can basically go off their natural brow shape. I do retail this brow string right here. It's by Supercilium. I do retail this brow string in our store, so if you want to grab some, you definitely can grab that from Lash Queen Beauty Company. And all of the things that I'm using, we retail at the store, so I'll go ahead and link that at the bottom. The only thing that we don't retail right now is the Brow Code brow tinting stain. We don't retail in the store that product right now. So this is just me mapping out her brows. And like I said, I like the string because I can pretty much go off of their natural brow shape. Like, I'm not altering their brow shape. And with the stencil, sometimes you accidentally alter the brow shape because everybody's brows doesn't fit into those perfect stencils. I like to do stencils for like makeup application and things like that. But for like actual brow shaping, I prefer the string so I can actually see their natural brow shape. And I might need to do another video showing you guys how to do brow mapping, because I just realized like the way the camera angle is set up, it might be better if you guys could see it like front view instead of side view. Next, I'm just gonna go in and brush her brows up. Again, I like to brush the brows upward in their natural brow shape, so I can really see where exactly I need to take off. Anything outside of the lines, I need to take off. And if y'all notice, what I have on my fingers, it's not a real glove. It's like finger gloves, I think that's what they're called. And it's basically gloves for only like 1 or 2 fingers on your hand. And this is perfect for me because I don't know, something about gloves just kind of restricts my hands when I'm doing brows. So I don't know, I don't like wearing gloves when I'm doing brows for some odd reason. But these finger gloves are super helpful. Then I'm gonna go in with my Rue Clean Touch. So this is kind of my, well, Rue in itself is a hair color remover. And basically what I do is anytime that I'm tinting, I have a cup full of the brow tinting products, and then I also have a cup of Rue, kind of like a little small glass dish. And I'll link that in my comments as well. But the little small glass dish, I'll fill up with Rue hair color remover. And while I'm like applying the tint, I will remove with a Q-tip while I'm applying. So any of the areas that I accidentally apply extra tint, I'll go ahead and remove with the Rue hair color. And I do this because it helps me to keep the brows nice and precise. This Brow Code stain stains exceptionally well. It stains the skin as well. So you have to work quickly. You have to work quickly, or this product will absolutely stain the skin, or stain outside areas of the skin, which we don't want. Next, I'm going to go in and use my Basic Care Eyebrow Duo brush. I love this brush, and that's my glass dish I was telling you about in a micro swab. I love the Duo brush because it has like a flat head, and that helps me to shape the brows. Like, it has a flat, arched, angled tip, and that helps me shape the front of the brows really, really well. So this is me applying the product. I always start at the back of the head, or not the back of the head. I always start at the back of the brow, middle to the back of the brow, because that is an area where I want to start processing first, because I want to have an ombre front. So I always apply the tint towards the back of the eyebrow. And as you can see, I'm kind of just lightly tapping this product in. It's not henna, so I'm not really stamping it in, even though I kind of find myself doing the same thing as if I was applying henna. But you don't have to worry about like the color changing. That was the thing about henna that I didn't like. I would be concerned about the color changing and it oxidizing and turning green, and then my clients will have green eyebrows, and that's just not it. So yeah, you don't have to worry about the color changing when you're working with stain product. So yeah, after I shape the brows, or after I apply the tint, I'm gonna go in with the micro brush, and I'm just going to remove and make sure I have really crisp lines. This is the thing. Some people are like, oh, your tint can be messy, you're gonna clean it up with wax anyway, which is true, but me personally, I don't like a messy application. Okay, I like a real crisp and clean application, and I find that when my brow tint looks nice and crisp, like before I even wax, the better they come out. Next, I'm going to fade in her front a little bit, so I just apply minimal product, very minimal product, to the base of the front of the brow. So I think it's called the bulb. Yes, where the bulb of the brow is, I apply a little bit of hair color there, and I just disperse it with a mascara brush. I disperse it throughout the brow, and then I'm going to go back and clean up around the front of the brow with my micro brush that has the roux on it, and that's going to remove any of that excess product. Love a micro brush for just precision of applying the tinting color. I even sometimes will use a Q-tip. You might see me use a Q-tip on the opposite brow because it's like my weaker side. Weaker side, I typically have to use a Q-tip because I, kind of overdo it on that side. But any type of, essentially what you're gonna need is the brow brush, a micro tip, or a Q-tip. Soak that into the hair color remover roux product, and you're just going to apply to the outline of the brow. Now, I personally I don't know if Rue is available for purchase like to non-licensed professionals. I purchased my Rue hair color remover from Cosmocraft, and they're located right next door to our shop in Greensboro. So that's how I was able to get my hands on Rue. It's spelled RIOUX. Rue hair color remover. You absolutely need it if you're going to be doing brow tinting, brow henna, any of those. Okay, next I'm working on her second brow, so I kind of sped this part up because it's the same process as the first one. We're going to apply the product from the back of the brow, midsection of the brow to the tail. And if you can see where the string is, like the way the string is laid out, her brows need to be slightly longer. Where the brow falls, like where that last point falls, I need to extend it out a little bit to match her other brow. So that is why mapping string is so freaking helpful. Okay, that is why it's so helpful, because it gives you kind of a guide on where the brow needs to start, where it needs to end, and that sort of thing. Again, this is me cleaning up the brow with the Rue Hair Color Precision. And I'm gonna lift, I like to stretch her forehead out a little bit just so I can really see the full-on brow. Like I said, this is my weaker side, so you'll see me struggle a little bit more with this side. You can tell your client to turn their head, but for the sake of the video, I wanted you guys to see essentially how this works. And here I am going to get a Q-tip, kind of clean off that excess brow stain. Because I don't know, I just don't like a messy brow. Like, I like for my brows to look snatched, especially when I'm applying the tint color. Okay, so now I'm going to the front. Again, same concept, apply a small bit of hair color to the bulb, and then we're going to disperse that product right on out using a mascara wand. And the mascara wand, when I do this, it has Rue hair color remover on it. So not only am I dispersing the product, but I'm also removing any excess that I might have put in the bulb. I think I got a little happy right here, so I was happy to put the hair color on the mascara wand because it needed to be dispersed. The product needed to be dispersed a little bit more, so it didn't look so bulky in the front, because I hate a bulky, Sharpie looking brow. That's not cute. Don't do that to your clients. Okay, going back to the top, making sure they are aligned and her brows are touching that line just like her other side. I don't know what was up with me and this brow in the front. Like, I'm real anal about the front of the eyebrow. Like, the front of the brow has to look snatched or I'm just gonna freak out. Like, I don't know, y'all. I'm real anal about it. here I go, buffing those brows out in the front again, and then instantly going in and removing, cleaning them up, cleaning off that excess hair color. And this is where I noticed that her brow is not long enough on this side, so I need to add a little bit more hair color because it's not hitting that point. Although this looks good, but I'm going based off of the map that I have set. And some people may say, oh, this is too, her brow is too long or whatever. This is how her brows fall, literally. Like, this is how they fall. She has really nice and full eyebrows, and the points on her face, like, this is where the end of her brow should be. So I'm just going to extend it out a little more. Clean it up with some hair color remover. Make sure you really get it nice and snatched. Now, of course, like I said, we're going to go in with some wax. So we're really going to wax it all off anyway. But still, the tint should still be precise.
You got a girl though, and my life ain't been the same. Been feeling, and I feel sickly weak. What's blowing up my phone? They just ain't young. Oh baby, I'm meant to be on my own. But just before I go, there's something you should know. And boy, I fantasize about it all the time. If you were mine, I give this pussy to you 9 to 5, 5 to 9. Trying to behave, but I'm feeling some type of way that just ain't me. A few months later, you're still together, and
Here I am, buffing out those brows. I don't know why I was doing so much with this other brow. Like, I don't know. I guess I was just having a time with this brow, and it was taking me a little minute. But I did finally get it how I wanted it, where I was pleased. Buffed it out a little bit more, cleaned it up, and I was pretty pleased with the set of the brow tint and the color. Okay, so next, here is the shape. If you can see, her brow shape looks phenomenal. And yes, the tint is very dark, okay? It's very dark. I was going based off of her root color. So her hair color is normally like that dark color that you see in her roots, not the color that you see on the ends. That's not her natural hair color. So I went with her root hair color. And I always like to do another brow scrub after the stain because I want to take off the excess color, because again, we're not giving Sharpie. We don't want to give Sharpie eyebrows, okay? So this is me removing the excess color, and some people will be like, oh, that's enough, like you don't have to remove too much. But me, you know, I like a natural looking brow, okay? I don't like it to look over tinted, too dark. I don't want that to be the first thing that people notice on your face. So I like a really natural brow. So after about 2 good scrubs, they came out a real natural looking brown color. So I'm just gonna do the same thing to the other brow. Scrub it up. Take off that excess hair color, and I'm gonna go in again. And this is just lash cleanser. Like, you can use it as a brow cleanser as well, because, you know, It's nourishing. This is Prolonged Lash Concentrate. Again, we sell this in store as well. But yeah, you can use any natural cleanser. So next, I'm just brushing her brows up because she has a little bit of longer brow hair. So I'm just going to go in and trim those up really quickly using my Global Esthetician tweezers. You guys definitely go check them out. They are based out of Raleigh, North Carolina. These are really good tweezers. Same thing over here. My Apple Watch all in the camera. Okay, tweeze, or not tweeze, but cutting those brow hairs down, trimming them down. Trimming those down. And I was gonna tweeze her a little bit, but I don't want to overdo it. Like, her brows look perfectly fine. So I don't think I need to absolutely tweeze. Only tweeze if I have to. So I'm just going to add a little post-oil treatment to kind of soothe the surrounding skin and remove any excess wax residue. Also, I want to remove any of that white ink that's left after her brow mapping. So these are how the brows came out. I absolutely love them. They look so good. So I'm just brushing them upwards so you guys can see the full effect. So this is how the brows look. Nice and natural and full. And brows can make you anywhere from $5 to an extra $1,000 every month. Majority of my clients that get their lashes done also get their brows done. It's very convenient for your clients. So if you aren't already, go ahead and offer them a brow service. A way that you can get your clients to try it is have them try it one time for free. Once you do it that one time, if you execute it to the point where they absolutely love it, they will get it every single time. So yeah, guys, this is my brow stain and wax tutorial. And this is how they look. Absolutely love. Looks so good. So yeah, I'm gonna link all of the products in the comment box, and let me know what else you guys want to see on my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.